What is poppin', guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown on the team builder for episode 6 of Pimp My Squad. It is about that time. It seemed like forever since the last episode, but we are finally here with 10 squads, about to be pimped into some Lord squads, and this time they are ready for the Volcanion meta. So many of the teams you guys posted on the last episode, the ones that were from maybe about a month ago, they weren't built to take on Volcanion since it just wasn't released back then. So for the less recent request that I used for this episode, I made sure that the team will function well in the new meta, and that's pretty much why I like to space out Pimp My Squad and do it less frequently in case the tier changes somehow so the teams don't burn out as quickly, and also because it takes a good effort to make, but I mean it's definitely worth it in the end. So for anyone that is new, this is a series where you guys can drop me off pastebins of your team that you like me to have a look at and basically turn into something cool, so your teams can look sort of similar or vastly different depending on what kind of roadmap you give me. Like, explain what you're having trouble with, and especially tell me what you want me to keep on the team for sure, so that I don't change any Pokemon that you don't want gone from the team. And the unfortunate circumstance is that I do 10 teams at a time, and I can only do 10 teams at a time because it just takes so much. It's like more than an hour in each episode, so I really do love how we get so many people submitting teams. So I encourage you, if I haven't chosen you yet, you can transfer your team over from the last episode comments to this one, or post me something new, completely different, whatever you guys want. Of course, I always try to just try to do the best I can. And if you're new and you need some teams, or if you need some team help, this is always a good way for you to have a chance of getting your team featured. And this is also a good way for you to just get 10 free teams. There's always that too. And I will only be taking submissions from the comments of this episode, so make sure if you want me to look at the team, or if you want me to look at a team that you drop off, make sure that it's in a pastebin format. So you can just go to pastebin.com, submit your team there, and leave a link for me, in the comments of this video. And that's all. That's pretty much it. So that's all I gotta say for now. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the first team and get this show on a road. It's time to pimp some squads, turn them into Lord squads. Here we go. Alright, so the first team we got here is from Nick Vita. We got here a Mega Scizor, which is 3 attacks plus Roost. Very interesting. We got here a Volcanion. So this team, of course, a more recent submission, I guess, on the Pimp My Squad episode number 5. And it does have Volcanion here, so we're going to make sure that this team is just pimped up and everything. It's already for the Volcanion meta, so that's good. So nice Choice Specs Volcanion, definitely my favorite set to use for sure. We also got here a Raikou, so nice Choice Specs Raikou. So we got a VoltTurn core going on. A Diggersby, which is Silk Scarf, SD 3 attacks, pretty cool. Fortress, which is a Custap lead Fortress. Ooh. So the one thing I don't really favor using is if you're having like a team with rocks and spikes both, like a hazard setting suicide lead, that you don't really want to run defog with that because it just gets rid of your own rocks and spikes. And plus, since you're running a Custap lead, you're pretty much guaranteed to get off like at least rocks, so you don't want that gone from your side. So I guess more sort of a spinner or something would be better, or just not using a Custap lead Fortress for this kind of team, especially since you have 3 attack 3 attack Scizor, and I guess SD would have worked better with Fortress here. I mean, we'll see what we can do here, but let me list out some of the threats first that we have. We'll definitely make this team really nice in the end. So I can definitely see Superior being a threat. Superior is a pretty big threat to this team actually, since it just clicks Leaf Storm, HP fires everything, like Fortress. Scizor, Leaf Storm does a lot to everything. Dragon Pulse on the Lottie. Mega Gallade's also kind of a threat. I guess also Gliscor sort of, since it's faster than Volcanion. SD Gliscor could be a problem. Raikou can't really switch in safely. I mean, we'll definitely make this better. But I think first what we should do is, like I said, hazard stacking offense plus defogger, not really well hand in hand. And I think we should have a way to stop rapid spinners or punish defoggers instead. But let's change the Scizor set first of all. I think we should change it to an SD set. I think that'd be really nice. So let's just go ahead here, slap on Swords Dance. I like Bullet Punch plus Superpower. Hit stuff like a Magnezone, Skarmory for a lot of damage. The EV spread I think is, we can just run a bulkier EV spread. So with this attack, 16 defense I think was the spread. And then the rest to Spidef. Impish Nature. There we go. So we can just run a nice bulky SD Scissor with Roost, very nice. Volcanion I like very much. We're gonna keep it the same. I don't know what the speed is for, but I think we should just run max speed with modest nature. I think that should be fine. Speed tie, or at least outrun other Volcanions that run modest max speed, as well as yeah, I don't know what 230 was for, but I think max is just really good overall. Speed tie adamant, adamant Bisharp, which is also cool. I think, alright, so we're gonna keep Scizor, we're gonna keep Volcanion, and I also want to keep Diggersby. Diggersby's really cool, good offensive pressure. For Diggersby though, I kind of want to run did I say Diggersby though? My bad. For Diggersby, I want to run Focus Sash, just because of the fact that if we have Hazard Control, like Lottie, so I think I also want to keep Lottie here too. Lottie's really good for the team. I'm gonna try to make as minimal changes to this one as possible because I do like the Pokemon. I do like the Pokemon on this team. Yeah, so let's just have a Sash Diggersby here with a Defogging Lottie. This can definitely be much better than Silk Scarf, just because it can provide as a check to certain Pokemon that can otherwise knock out Diggersby in one hit. So we can keep the Sash, knock out something like a win condition for your from your opponent's side, and that'll be really good for us. So let's see. This Lottie is looking like it's looking good. I think it's looking good. It's a pretty standard set, anyways. Diggersby, of course, you know, we can keep the same. Jolly Nature, I guess we could do Jolly. Yeah, Jolly should be fine. I mean, we're running SD. You could also go Adamant if you want, but Jolly's just fast. I like it. It's fine. Feel free to try Adamant because you're running Focus Sash. Yeah, you know what? Let's put Adamant for now. Just for now, we can put Adamant. Adamant's nice with Focus Sash since it just hits with a lot of power, which is always fun. Oh, that looks good. And instead of Raikou, so like I said, kind of need something for the Superior, so I kind of want to just swap out this Raikou real quick for a probably Tornadus Therian, which is really good versus stuff like Syrup. It can check Lucario. It can also check Gliscor, and I'll show you a really cool set that I like to use that also checks Gliscor. So we can run Assault Vest here with Hurricane, Superpower, Hidden Power Ice, which is really nice. Did not intend for that to rhyme, but Hidden Power Ice, and then U-Turn. So this set is really cool because it's able to easily 2-hit KO Spadef, SD, Gliscor, which is cool, and you know, can also help versus Lando, help versus Chomp, and it's just a nice Pokemon overall. I use this set actually for this is a more offensive spread as well. Still keeping the Assault Vest, so it does what it does best. Timid Nature. And I think that's a set right there. I used it for the one team that I did with Mega Venusaur, T-Tar, Volcanion. This is the same set that I used. Very fun indeed. Much more offensive spread in general. Just making sure I don't miss anything here. Yeah, and we can just swap out Fortress. We don't really need a Custap lead Fortress. I don't really see the point of that. We have a Defogging Lottie anyways. So yeah, you also have a Rapid Spinner, so we don't even need this thing. We can just replace it for something that can deal with I guess physical attackers like Lando. Lando's kind of a problem, sort of. Well, not really. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's put our own Lando here. Let's put a Lando. Lando can be really nice, especially versus stuff like Drill, Excadrills. And we have a Diggersby, which is Sash, which is nice. A really good check to certain stuff now. We can just give this a Rocky Helmet. Give this thing some Stealth Rocks. Earthquake. Stone Edge. We already have a oh well, do we have a U-Turner? Yeah, we already have a U-Turner and Torn. Let's run Toxic. Let's switch it up a little bit here. Toxic would be pretty nice. We can poison stuff like Slowbro, as well as other Garchomps, other Landos. Toxic Lando's pretty cool. And I've been testing these teams out, of course. Always the final team that you'll see like at the very end. All the teams that you see will already have been tested. And I make sure that everything works fine. So I like Toxic Lando here. And this EV spread is good. It's always good now. Nowadays that Volcanion is around in the tier, they hit 239 with Modest. I like to make sure that the Landos hit at least 240 now, just because of the fact that Volcanions like to well, they usually like to run Modest just because of the fact that it's just more powerful overall. Steam Eruption just plows through everything. With Choice Specs, you're like 500 and something really high, upper 500s in special attacks. So that's nice. And Of course, if I do miss anything on the team, it'll be all correct in the pastebin, or you can just let me know what you guys catch that I missed or something. But I think this is good. I think, let's see. You know what? I don't think we need Earth Power on this. I kind of want to run Sludge Wave. Here, just because I mean we have a lot of different ground attacks. Sludge Wave also 2-hit KOs other Volcanions, so and this way we can also hit stuff like Lottie and not get walled by it, because Earth Power, of course, can't really hit Lottie. So this is just a way of hitting Lottie with neutral damage. I like it. Yep, Sludge Wave is good here, since we also don't have any other poison coverage, so it could be good versus certain fairy types, like I guess Clef. I mean, I guess Steam Eruption kills that anyways too, but Sludge Wave is just nice. I feel it would be nice just to have some additional coverage for fairy types and stuff, and Lottie. So that's gonna be the team. That's team number 1 here, looking good. I like it. I think now that we have a Torn, we could probably run T-Bolt. We could probably run T-Bolt on this Lottie now, because we have Psyshock, right, for Venusaurs and stuff, Keldeos. I mean, T-Bolt also hits Keldeo and Azu, but Psyshock to hit stuff that Torn also hits, pretty much, which is Mega Venusaur. So we have that. I think this is good, looking nice, and yeah, I think we could just hop on to team number 2 right now. So hope you enjoy the team. Let me know what you think about it, and hopefully it works out for you as well as it has for me. So here we go, on to team number 2. Let's get it. Alright, team number 2 we got from Rebel Noise. We got here a Cofagrigus. Ooh, Jambat's favorite Pokemon. This team will have Jambat already drooling right now, I bet. We got a Cofagrigus here, nice. So we got a much more defensive set though. Toxic Spikes, Pain Split, Hex, Willow. It's not bad, not bad. We got here a Jirachi. Oh, it's got the Rocky Helmet too. It's got the Rocky Helmet, nice. Jirachi here, which is a Choice Scarf set, pretty nice. Bisharp, Life Orb 4 attacks, okay, with Pursuit. Also got a Diancie here, which is his Stealth Rocker, and Tornadus, which is Choice Specs, very interesting. And finally a Dragonite, which is Choice Band. Okay, so let's see here. We have issues versus water type Pokemon, I think. Manaphy, for instance, can be very threatening. Also Mega Gyarados, Mega Slowbro. I guess also ground types can be a problem. For instance, I mean, even though you have a Torn and a Dragonite, thinking about it, like Lando could be a problem, since Torn can't. Well, I mean, I guess Torn can check it with Choice Specs, but yeah, Lando, just like Lando in general, is a pretty big issue here, as well as yeah, Excadrill, Scizors. I think Scizors are kind of a threat to this team, to be honest. Like SD Scizor, both regular and Mega, and Magnezone can also be a problem for this team. Okay, I see. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, right? You want to keep Cofagrigus, we're gonna keep it. I don't know if a completely defensive set would fit well on a team with completely offensive Pokemon, if you know what I mean. So I think we should probably change the Cofagrigus set. We're gonna keep Cofagrigus, but I kind of want to change it, or I want to restructure the team. But here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna keep Cofagrigus, we're gonna keep Jirachi. Cofagrigus is the Pokemon you wanted on this team for sure, so we're gonna keep that, no problem. We'll keep Jirachi as well because Jirachi is pretty nice. I like U-turn though for momentum. U-turn's always nice for the momentum on Jirachi. Always useful because, you know, Pokemon like Heatran, Rotom Wash like to switch in. It's just good to have momentum overall. Bisharp, let's see. So, like I said, the threats we have are mainly versus those water types, ground types, and some steel types. So I think what we're gonna do here is, I think we should, I don't know how I feel about Diancie being your Stealth Rocker. I kind of want to just give you like a Rocky Helmet Chomp. A Garchomp is just nice overall. Helps out a lot versus the stuff like I said, versus I guess Drill, Scizors, Mag, Lando, kind of. So we're just gonna add here a Garchomp, Rocky Helmet with the Rough Skin, of course, and let's go with Earthquake. Let's go with Dragon Tail. I guess we could go, yeah, well, definitely Stealth Rush for sure, but the last move I'm thinking maybe Swords Dance, just because the team would like some offensive pressure from this Garchomp, I feel. Let's go with the max attack, 32 attack here, 32. I just want to run 8 speed, just so that we can actually outrun max speed T-Tar. I don't know, like I've had a few ladder games where I'm up against special lead T-Tars. I've been seeing those a couple times now, so I just wanted to run enough speed to outrun that. Because I was running 240 before, I was just running no speed at all. So, I mean, that hits 240, which is good for Adam and Bisharp. But at the same time, I was getting outrun by Ice Beam T-Tar with max speed. So, having 242, I think, is nice to outrun those. Gonna go with an Impish Nature here. And we got ourselves a nice Garchomp set. Able to help us out a lot there. Get us some more reliable rocks. Alright, so we have Garchomp here. We're lacking a Mega now, which is fine. We're gonna add something else, but I think having hazard control that is besides Diancie, you know, because Diancie's not the best way of getting rid of hazards on our side. So what we're gonna do is actually add some hazard control here. Gonna replace here's what we're gonna do, right? So in order to combat our water weakness first, let's get rid of our water weakness here. Let's I give you a Mega Pokemon. I like Mega Venusaur just because it can help you out versus a lot of the water types that I said. Helps you check a lot of them. And we're just gonna run here, I guess, a Mega Venusaur with, I think we go offensive. We'll go offensive here. Offensive Mega Venusaur is nice. Probably my favorite Venusaur set of all. Just because it hits really hard and it's just tough to kill. So Hidden Power, Fire, and Synthesis. So I like this a lot. And yeah, we'll just go with that, and 20 speed, I guess. Well, let's see. Let's go with a little bit more speed. This should actually outrun other Mega Venusaurs, which will be pretty useful. And yeah, let's go with Modest here. Modest Nature. Ability, we'll give it Chlorophyll, pre-ability. On the last team, by the way, I made sure that I gave it Light Metal. The Mega Scizor had Technician, but I made sure that his pre-Mega ability was Light Metal so that you could switch into Weavile's Low Kick a lot better. So yeah, we have the pre-Mega Chlorophyll here, which is nice. And now what we're gonna do is add ourselves a Defogger just for some hazard control. Let's actually switch to the D-Knight. I'm just making sure I keep similar sort of type coverage, I guess. So we have the Jirachi, which is nice. Cofag, we're gonna change the set a little bit later into this build. Gonna give this thing a Lati here. I think Lati's just nice overall. With yeah, Life Orb set, Draco, T-Bolt. Usually you'd always want to run T-Bolt if you have another Pokemon that like can beat Mega Venusaur and stuff like that, because that's what your Psyshock's usually for. Defog. And Healing Wish is nice. Healing Wish is always nice. I love Healing Wish so much. Helps you revive one of your win conditions if they're weak. You just go standard set, which is 72, 184. Max speed is fine. Timid. And there we go. There we go. Looking nice. And now for the final Pokemon. For the final Pokemon of this team. I figured, you know, we could add something that could help us check Drill, Diggersby, Lando. Just, it can help us check Mega Gyarados even. And the Pokemon that I wanted to add here is just a nice hard hitter for the team. Good synergy overall, and a good switch into, I guess, well, it's a good way to check Charizard X, for instance, which our team kind of struggles with. And that Pokemon is none other than Azu. Azu. Got an Azu on this team, that's what I'm saying. Alright, huge power. We're gonna go with the Choice Bandit set, of course, since it's just, it hits really hard, works well with this team overall. And we go with Waterfall, Play Rough, Aqua Jet, and Superpower. Superpower is nice. I like Superpower, especially to just blow back Ferrothorns, which is always fun. So 72 HP. Want to go with the spread that's like this, yeah. So Adamant Nature. Basically with this, you outrun other Azus, which is always fun, and outrun Belly Drum Azu, outrun Bandit Azu, unless they of course run more speed than you, thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, but you know, this should be fine. And now back to the Cofag set here. It's still a pretty offensive team looking at it right now. It's still pretty offensive, bulky offensive I should say. I don't know if this set is worth it, but I actually have been trying another set out, and you probably already know this set, but it's been working really well. Trick Room Cofag, which is probably Janvad's favorite set to use, with Shadow Ball, Hidden Power, Fighting, Trick Room, and Nasty Plot. I feel like that'd be really good for this team, and I've been trying it out, and it's been working out really well. Really good win condition, really good way to just to hit hard at the same time. Just in coordination with your team, it just hits hard with Nasty Plot, Trick Room, and stuff. And Trick Room can also help benefit Venusaur, Azu, maybe even Chomp. So that's always nice in that sense. It doesn't really hinder your team. If Cofag goes down and there's still turns of Trick Room left, it could still help you, for sure. We're gonna go with we're gonna go with here max special attack. I guess just max HP, or we can, just max HP is fine. Doesn't matter too much with a modest nature. And there we go. That looks really nice. Definitely for sure. Trick Room Cofag has actually been able to, it helped Joey win one of his games, I think. I forget which it was for, maybe for OST, I don't know. He just like completely won with the Trick Room Cofag, but this is really good. A really good way to have Cofag on this team without it being, I guess, just a fat defensive like slow Pokemon. Kind of slows down your team a bit. With Trick Room, it just makes it so much nice, and it becomes a threat. It becomes a huge threat, for sure. So that's gonna be the team. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. If I did, I mean, I'll trust you guys to let me know if I did. But yeah, this should be good. Should be good indeed. So hope you guys, or hope you enjoy this team. Hope it works out for you. And let me know if you have any questions about it. I think this is really cool. Really cool way to show off Cofag on a team. Yeah, definitely. All right, so that's gonna be this one. Let's go ahead and hop on to team number 3. Alright, team number 3 we got here from the Grappling Ninja. We got here a Mega Diancie. That's what I like to see. We also got here a Weavile, Life Orb set, pretty cool. And then Entei, which is also Life Orb set. So I remember you telling me in the comments you wanted me to keep Diancie and Entei. Just gonna move up Entei right here so that we know that we're gonna keep these 2 Pokemon for sure on the team. So yeah, we got here Life Orb Entei, Life Orb Weavile, Mega Diancie. So this team already, I can see it's very offensive. Very nice. Alakazam, which is Focus Sash, pretty cool. Bisharp, which is Life Orb 4 attacks, okay, with Pursuit. And a Keldeo, which is Choice Specs. So I think the first thing that I notice here is you don't have Stealth Rocks, and I think you do need Stealth Rocks here. I mean, I guess Diancie is your way of bouncing back rocks to get up rocks on your opponent's side, but I think we should have rocks on this team. I think it'll be really nice. Also, I guess Hazard Control, because it's looking like Diancie is your way of getting up hazards on your opponent's side with bouncing it back and getting rid of hazards on your side. So I mean, I guess it's too much for one Pokemon. We'll add some rocks, we'll add some hazard control, and we should make this team pretty nice. Let's see. So we're gonna keep Diancie, we're gonna keep Entei. Some of the threats that I see for sure are definitely. Let me look at it, the bigger picture here. So definitely Azu. Definitely Azu is a huge threat to this team, as well as Mega Slowbro, Gyarados. Yeah, those Pokemon are definitely threats. I think other Mega Diancies are a pretty big threat to this team as well. You have nothing really to switch into a Moonblast other than Entei, and then Entei gets pretty much hit by Earth Power or Diamond Storm. And Thundurus is a big threat. Raikou, so electric types are a pretty big threat because your electric resist doesn't exist. And Mega Gallade can also be a threat as well. So let's keep Diancie, let's keep Entei. I just want to change the EV spread here real quick, give you a little bit more attack on that Diamond Storm. So that'll be pretty good for you. Pretty sure this is the standard spread as well. And Entei is fine, I think. I don't know what the speed is for, but I guess to outrun everything that's 290, or people that set the 291 to outrun 290, I have no idea, but I mean, we'll keep it the same. I think it's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Weavile, let's change Weavile. We gotta make sure that we are not weak to what I said, so I think the first thing we should add is a Pokemon that can deal with those water types. So Ferrothorn might be nice. And it also gives us rocks too, which is awesome. Which is pretty much what I wanted. So Choppleberry here. We'll just go Stealth Rocks. I like Choppleberry just because it can help us live. I guess Guard over Focus Blast, Lopunny High Jump Kick, Keldeo Secret Sword. We can kill those respectively with Gyro Ball plus Power Whip. And I think we can just run Leech Seed here. I think Leech Seed is fine. Could also run T-Wave if you want, but I guess since we're not having leftovers or anything, Leech Seed is good for recovery. So EV spread. Hit this thing up with 252, 88, and this. Yeah, that's the right spread. Okay, so Relax Nature. And there we go. So we got ourselves a Ferrothorn here. Deals with the water types that I said. Also can sort of check Mega Diancie as well. Now what we're going to do is add ourselves some hazard control, so a defogger would be nice. I think instead of Alakazam, let's just go ahead and, you know, keep the same synergy, add a Lati. Let's go with Latios this time. I think Latios is going to be nice with, I always like to run Latias, but Latios has its benefits. It just hits a lot harder. So we go Life Orb here. Draco, Psyshock, and let's go HP Fire to combat the other Ferrothorns, plus I guess HP Fire is just nice, always nice with paired with Diancie, just because I mean Entei is only going to be around for so long because it takes a lot from Rock Spikes, takes a lot from Life Orb. Doesn't last too long, I guess, unless you play it really conservatively. But HP Fire is just nice to get rid of these Scizors and Ferrothorns and stuff like that. Helps you out with helps out for Diancie pretty much, since we have Earth Power, not HP Fire on this, and Defog finally. So let's go with let's just go with Max 4. All right, Timid Nature, very good, and I think that's it for this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what else do we need? We also need well, we're also sort of kind of Volcanion weak. Before we were. I mean, still Lati is probably not the only Pokemon that can deal with Volcanion that we should have on this team. Should probably have something of a sort of backup check to Volcanion. Couple backup checks. Let's add here a let's add a Pokemon. You know what we should do? Let's add a Pokemon that can deal with the electric type Pokemon, or at least check them at least. So Landorus is a good way to do that. And no, not a defensive Landorus, of course. Those can't really check those kinds of Pokemon, but unless they're at full HP, of course. But a regular Lando with, sorry, not a regular, but a Choice Scarf Lando would be really nice here to do just that. So, knock off and U-turn. With, yeah, just go Max, I guess 4 defense, Jolly Nature. So this is a good way to check electric types that we were weak to. Scarf Lando is pretty cool. And finally, another way to check electric types, while also at the same time, being a good switch into Volcanion, if you predict correctly and they don't HP Grass right off the bat. Here's a really good way. Gastrodon. Gastrodon is quite good. It's quite a good Volcanion check because it does have the Water Absorb. Oh, sorry, the Storm Drain. And that, Steam Eruption is the one move that Volcanion loves to spam. This thing can switch into it pretty well. So we're just gonna run here I guess a defensive set would be nice. Doesn't really slow the team down too much, just because we're gonna have stuff like Toxic. Toxic is just nice. I mean, not whoa, okay. Some next gen Toxic spikes. All right, Scald, Ice Beam. I mean, it does make the team a little less offensive than it was before, but it's just so much better and it's more reliable for you to win games and stuff. So we're just gonna go here with leftovers. EV spread, we'll just go Max 4 Spadef. Bold Nature, I mean this can take Fire Blast pretty well from Volcanion. It could take, well of course it'll take Steam Eruption. Sludge Wave, it does resist. Earth Power will do neutral, but I'm pretty sure with its HP and Spadef it's pretty nice. And yeah, there we go. So that is going to be this team. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. If I did, you'll all let me know, of course. Looks good. I like the team. It's a pretty nice team. I've been trying it out a bit, and it's been working out well for me. Definitely Gastrodon helping out the Pokemon here in order to just whittle stuff down and be a good reliable switch into certain threats in the tier. And yeah, I like it. I like this team a lot. So that's gonna be that. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Hope you like it, and let's just go ahead on to team number 4. Yeah, we're on number 4 now, I think, right? Yeah, we are. All right. Good. It looks good. It looks good. All right, here we go. Team number 4. Let's get it. All right, team number 4. We got here a team from that one kid. We got here Aggron, Mega Aggron, very nice. I think this is the UU set though, so we're gonna change this to make it the OU set. Pretty sure this is the UU set with like T-Wave Roar and stuff. Gengar, which is cool, very cool Pokemon. So you did want me to keep Aggron and Gengar. Those are the two we're gonna keep for sure on this team. Scolipede, pretty cool. So he's got T-Spikes on this Endeavor. So I guess a standard Sash lead Scolipede with some hazards. Keldeo, which is a choice spec set, very cool. Lati for defogging and a Talonflame at the end. Alright, so looking at this team, we're a bit weak to stuff like dragons. I mean, dragons such as Charizard X, for instance, Garchomp, can definitely prove to be a very a very big nuisance for this team. I guess also Latias can be a problem since, you know, Aggron doesn't have recovery. It gets whittled down pretty fast with powerful hits. And Starmie can also be a threat to this team, as well as Mega Swampert, Magnezone, Lando, T, etc. could also be a threat. So we'll definitely keep Gengar and Aggron. Just gonna quickly change this Aggron set real quick here into we'll keep the same EV spread. EV spread is good. EV spread is nice. Just want to change the move. So we're gonna keep Stealth Rock. We're gonna keep T-Wave. We're gonna keep Heavy Slam. I also like to run Fire Punch here because it's just good coverage. Hit stuff like Ferrothorn, hit stuff like Scizor, which is nice. Drill on the switch in. Very good indeed. So Fire Punch here is nice for that sense. And for this Gengar, we're gonna keep the same. We're not gonna change Gengar at all. So that's the only thing I wanted to change from that. It should hopefully help you out a lot more versus certain Pokemon. Just an extra coverage move right there. Yeah, this is good. I like it. Okay, so let's get rid of some of our weaknesses here. So let's see. I think what we're gonna do first is add a Pokemon to help us out versus Charizard, Garchomp. I guess also Swampert, sort of also Lando T. And I think the best way to do that is just to add a Slowbro. Slowbro is going to be really nice here for this team. Rocky Helmet Slowbro just helps out versus all those threats that I just said. And yeah, Regenerator with Scald, Psyshock. And I like the whole T-Wave sort of status thing going on here with Hex. So we're going to run T-Wave on this. I think that'll complement your team really well. And Slack Off. So we have that. Just go with just a defensive spread. This should be nice. Should be pretty good here. And we have ourselves a Slowbro to deal with some of those Pokemon like I just said. Now what I want to do here is I guess what we could do is add a Pokemon that can help us deal better with Magnezone. And the way I want to approach this is I want to make this more of a unique team. And not unique in the sense that it's going to be bad. It's actually good. I've been testing the final product of this team, and somehow it's been working out really well. And I'll show you exactly what I have here, alright? So instead of just having a Lati for hazard control, I have here a Donphan. I have here an Assault Viz Donphan, and this has been working out really well. So some of these teams will be pretty cool. Which will be, I mean, all these teams are pretty cool, but some of them will be pretty heat. And they will work. They will work out really well. You can trust me on that. I've been testing them out. So Earthquake, Stone Edge, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin, and we have here just a nice EV spread, 160 HP, max attack, and enough speed to outrun slow T-Tars that are, you know, for sand teams and stuff. Go here with an Adamant Nature, and there we go. We got ourselves an Assault Vest Donphan here. It can check Magnezone pretty well. It can yeah, it can check Magnezone really nicely. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get 2-hit KO from Scarf Mag at least. And you're faster than I don't think you're faster than regular Mag choice specs, but still it's a good check to certain stuff. You can also check Torn. Torn doesn't expect it. They always try to knock off. They always try to Hurricane. I just kill those things in one hit with like a Stone Edge, which is really awesome. And I think this will work really well together. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add here instead of a Keldeo, I kind of wanted a Pokemon that could better check stuff like they can also kind of check Manaphy, sort of. Can check Swampert, can check. Well, I mean, I guess Keldeo can also kind of check it. Well, not really to check Swampert, but I just wanted a more unique Pokemon here. So I went with a Virizion. I went with a Virizion here, and Virizion's pretty cool. They're very underrated. And we have here Giga Drain, Focus Blast, Hidden Power, Ice, and Calm Mind. I swear, it actually works. It actually works really well for this team specifically. I'm already like 1700 on the ladder with this team by itself, which is really fun. I love this team a lot. And yeah, we have this set here, which is good. I mean, Torn kind of is a problem, but you have an Assault Vest Donphan, a Slowbro which can eat up Hurricanes and T-Wave, an Aggron which can check Tornadus pretty well, and T-Wave that as well. A Slowbro which can deal with Talonflame. So like the threats that this Pokemon has, you have other Pokemon that can deal with it, which makes it so good. And the coverage that it has is just, it's amazing. The Giga Drain, Focus Plus, HP Ice is just really good in this tier. It just deals with a lot of different Pokemon in this tier. Not a lot of people expect it. Not a lot of people know what it does until you actually set up and by that time it'll be too late. So we have this Virizion here. Plus it can set up over Sableye. This thing right here can set up over Sableye. Just sets up Calm Minds, and it does well versus Stall because you have HP Ice to hit stuff like Amoonguss. I mean, you'll also have like a Gengar and stuff, which is also good versus Stall with a Taunt, Will-O-Wisp and stuff like that. Hex, Sludge Wave is really good versus Stall as well. So we have this this nice unique looking team here, which is gonna be working out really well. And finally, I needed a Pokemon that, I mean, Talonflame works well, but I kind of wanted a Pokemon that could deal with Sable Talon teams and be pretty fast, pretty cool. Another Dragon Resist, I guess, or immunity at least, since Aggron isn't that reliable to do that. So what I did here was I added a Togekiss, and it's not a defogging Togekiss. This is actually a Choice Scarf set. Choice Scarf Togekiss with Serene Grace and Air Slash. Can flinch stuff pretty well. Dazzling Gleam can hit Sableye. Ancient Power can hit Talonflame. And Fire Blast to hit stuff like Ferrothorn, Drill on the switch, and mainly Excadrill, which love to switch it on this thing. And what I did here was I went with a Timid nature. And the reason I went with Timid was because, where is it? There it is. It's because I want to be faster than Lopunny, at least. So I went here with 208, which outruns Lopunny. Max special attack and 48 HP. And there we go. There we go. It looks like this team looks really fresh. I could definitely say that this team is the definition of being pimped out. It looks really cool though. It's definitely a fun team, and it worked out a lot for me. So hopefully it works out for you. But let me know if you have any problems with anything like specific, and I'll definitely help you out. Like, that's for sure. Like if there's a team that, you know, if it still has problems, I mean, I've tested them. I've only like decided that I'm going to roll with a certain team, the final product of a team, if I've been consistently winning with it. So I've been winning with this a lot. So if you have any other problems with this team, let me know. Otherwise, you know, best of luck with this. It's definitely fun. Just T-Wave spam stuff, you know, makes your down fend faster. It makes Togekiss fun with Air Slash. Rapid spinning down fend is pretty cool too. And you know, that's pretty much what this team is all about. So hope you like it. And on to team number, I think we're on team number 5, which is the lower tier team. The lower tier team we are on right now. And this time it's going to be RU. So let's just go ahead here and hop on to team number 5. Alright, so team number 5 we got here from Admiral Stalfos. We got here Barbaracle, a nice Shell Smash Barbaracle set. Very cool. And this is of course the RU tier, so you know, always for the Pimp My Squads nowadays, I take one team from the lower tier. It can either be UU, RU, NU, any lower tier, and I will try to make the best team that I can with that, or try to pimp the squad to make it solid, to make it better. Last time, I mean, of course I had Omfuga to help me out with UU. For RU, I mean, I'm pretty decent. I'm like, what, probably I was like top 25 in RU like a couple weeks ago. Just like laddering up with, remember Chop Masala? Chop Masala? So, I mean, I do have some knowledge in RU, so I can help you out for sure. We got here a Barbaracle with, Shell Smashing set, very nice. Poison Jab to hit stuff, I'm guessing like Aromatisse maybe? Virizion. Yeah, Virizion too. So we also got here an Amoonguss, which is a Spore Synthesis set, very interesting. Braviary, which is Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf, nice U-turn, return Brave Burst Superpower Defiance set, so I guess it's sort of a way, if Pokemon try to defog, we can use that. Quagsire here, which is a Curse set. Bronzong, which is a Stealth Rocking Trick Toxic Orb set. Ooh, alright man. Not bad, not bad. And we also have here an Aromatisse, which is just nice. Nice Wish Aromatisse. So this is looking like a semi-stall team, I guess, sort of, because we have some offensive pressure with like 2 Pokemon, and then 4 Pokemon are just walls, sort of, with like 1 wall being a setup sweeper. Okay, interesting. We have some threats though, for sure. I can definitely notice that we have threats to Electros. Electros is a really big threat to this team. So is Delphox, Clawitzer, Houndoom. I think Slowking is also a pretty big threat, as well as Samurott and Sigilyph. Or Sigilyph. I think it's Sigilyph, yeah. But I think we're, so you said we're going to keep Barbaracle, so we're going to keep that for sure. We're also going to keep Bronzong. I like Bronzong, is a solid Pokemon to set up rocks. And Aromatisse is just solid overall. It's just a solid Pokemon in general. For Bronzong though, instead of running Toxic Orb and just Toxic one Pokemon, let's just go with Leftovers and run Toxic. I think that's just fine overall. That's just a better option, just so that you can Toxic multiple Pokemon. without having to lose your Toxic Orb and then never Toxic a Pokemon again. So I think in this sense, it's really good. So yeah, we're gonna keep these two. We're gonna keep these 3 Pokemon. Aromatherapy, Wish, Protect. Yeah, this is a standard set, so we're gonna keep that the same. Barbarical, we're gonna keep the same, not change anything there. So in order to deal with, I guess, let's say we want to deal with Clawitzer, Houndoom, Samurott. The best thing to do is, instead of Quagsire, we are going to go ahead here and add a Poliwrath. I like Poliwrath here. Very unique Pokemon. It helps us check Drapion. It helps us check Samurott can't really touch this thing. Neither can Clawitzer, because we have Water Absorb. Houndoom can't really touch this thing at all. And it's just a really good way of it's a good way of phasing out Pokemon, burning stuff. Solid defensive wall, keeps the sort of style that you want to have on this team. Circle Throw, Rest, and Sleep Talk is pretty cool. Oh, Sleep Powder? Some next gen Sun and Moon Sleep Powder Poliwrath. Alright, leftovers here. Actually, you know what? Let's run a Rocky Helmet. I think Rocky Helmet's pretty cool. I don't think we have one. Yeah, we don't have one yet. Yeah, Rocky Helmet all the way. That's what I'm saying. Alright, Relax Nature and 252. So we're just gonna make this as defensive as possible for you. Yeah, and we're running Scald Circle Throw, so that's why we have Relax Nature here. Just a solid way of we can burn stuff, we can phase stuff out. Rest, Sleep Talk for the HP recovery and stuff. It's just a good way to get back our health, preserve it. Instead of a Moongus, I kind of want to run something that can deal with let's see. Well, we kind of need a Defogger for this team. I don't know if previous version of the team, or the one that you submitted, didn't have any sort of hazard control. So let's add one. And I think what we can do is add here a Flygon. I think is fine. Flygon's a pretty cool Pokemon. I mean, I think we could either run a special attacking Defog set, or we can run a because I don't really think Braviary is that good for this team. I think maybe instead of having a Choice Scarf Braviary, we can just have a Choice Scarf Flygon. I think that'll kind of make up for it with Outrage, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Defog. So this way it can kind of check stuff. It can check Electros pretty decently. It can check Delphox as well, so that's also cool. Also another check to Houndoom, sort of. Checks Camerupt, checks, well, yeah, Camerupt, and other stuff like that. It's just a fast Pokemon. Fast, let's go with Adamant here, just for the power, because we are pretty fast anyways. Just max attack, max speed, and yeah, just 4 defense here. This should be good overall. And the final Pokemon, the final Pokemon we're gonna have is just gonna seal the team up really well. It's just gonna be so nice to have on this. So we're gonna keep the same sort of normal coverage that you have here. Well, normal type. So I guess you're trying to take the ghost type attacks or something. Meloetta is gonna be really good here, and I think this is gonna really help you out a lot with your win conditions. Actually, I was testing this team out. In this last lot, I've been trying out like Rotom Frost as well. With I've been trying out Scarf Rotom Frost and Life Orb Flygon with Roost Defog, Draco Meteor, and Earth Power. That's been also working out pretty well as well. I kind of like Meloetta though, because it does help out a lot more versus Electros here. And the reason it does is because you have Calm Mind, Substitute, and Psyshock, and Focus Blast. So this is really good. This is actually pretty solid, and you can set up Calm Mind over certain Pokemon, just set up all the way, and it's one of those kinds of Pokemon that are just really tough to deal with in this tier. It just has the right coverage and the good bulk for it to set up behind certain Pokemon, and I think this will be really good for you. Yeah, this is good. This is pretty solid. Pretty sure this is the standard set, but tell me if I'm wrong. But I think this is a nice way to wrap up this team here. And feel free to always try Scarf Rotom Frost and Life Orb Defog Flygon. That's the other way I was trying it out, but this way has been working out really well as well. So I think this team looks great. Hopefully it'll work out for you as well as it has been working out for me. And on to team number 6 now. We're getting close to that. We're already past the halfway point here. So we're gonna get to the end of this, and by the time we get to the end, we'll have 10 squads, all ready to look at and admire. I don't know. All right. Anyways, on to team number 6. Okay, so team number 6 here we got from Docklade. We got here a Choice Specs Whimsicott. Ooh, very cool. Very cool Pokemon indeed. Definitely have been having a lot of fun trying out this Whimsicott set. Does prove to be very threatening actually in certain situations. Rotom Wash here, which is defensive. Rocky Helmet, nice with standard moves. Heatran for some rocks on an air balloon. Mega Mane, which is standard set. Lando T for Rocky Helmet SD. Okay, interesting. And Lottie here for defogging. Okay, so I can see some threats for sure. Alakazam can be a pretty big threat. Kyurem Black, which is always a threat, but I mean, it's better if we have at least a check for it. And Mega Gardevoir. Stuff that you'd usually see on stall and offense. Like you said, I mean, you said you've been having problems with stall, you've been having problems with offense, and you wanted me to make the team a bit more offensive. No specific Pokemon you wanted me to keep other than just keeping the whole VoltTurn theme style sort of thing going on here, which I will for sure. So let's actually just patch up this team. We're going to keep Whimsicott. I want to keep Whimsicott. I like it. It's cool. Let's keep Lando here, and let's keep Rotom. I just want to make this a Stealth Rocks Lando, and I want to change the EV spread here because now that we're in the Volcanion meta, it's better to run 240 in order to outrun modest max speed Volcanion. So we're going to have here a spread that I like to use. 12 and then 88, which hits 240. Yep, there we go. Impish Nature. And let's just give this thing Stealth Rocks. U-Turn is nice, but I think Toxic would be better in this scenario just so that we can hit stuff like Lando. And I mean, we'll balance it out. Since we lost a U-Turner, we'll add a U-Turner, so it should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna keep U-Turn Whimsicott, Toxic Lando, which can help us out versus, because people will see this team, they'll expect, oh, this is VoltTurn. Let me go into my Rocky Helmet Garchomp on this Lando here, or something like that, expecting a U-turn of some sort, or just some other Pokemon like that in general, or even Rotom Wash, for instance. We could Toxic that'd be so nice, so nice for us. We'll keep Rotom Wash here instead of Heatran. I think we'll just take this out for now. Instead of Heatran, let's add here a Scizor, and Scizor is gonna be really cool for this team, just because of the fact that I mean, it's still a bulky Pokemon, but it's still very offensive. It can pressure a lot of different types of Pokemon. Helps us out versus Alakazam, Kyurem Black, and Gardevoir. All three of those Pokemon are taken care of by the Scizor. We're gonna have here, yeah, 248 HP, 60 defense, 200 Spadef, Impish Nature, and this should be good. Bullet Punch. U-Turn, of course, for the momentum, like you said. We're still keeping the same VoltTurn sort of theme going on. Defog and Roost. Still a very offensive Pokemon, as you can see here. It's just bulky, but it's very offensive. And Lando T here is also pretty nice. It hits really hard as well. Can still work really well. And yeah, now we're gonna add some real offense for you. We're gonna add something nice that you probably really needed for your team. We're gonna add here a Pokemon that can help you deal with stall and offense both. And you want to make the team more offensive, so this is the way. We're gonna add here a Terrakion. Now this Terrakion is gonna be live forward, but of course it's gonna be it's gonna have Close Combat, Stone Edge, Swords Dance, which will help you out. Set up over stall. I mean, Close Combat 2-hit kills Quagsire anyways. Setting up an SD will help you out versus Sableye, Skarmory, Amoonguss, stuff like that. So in that sense, it'll be a really big threat for your opponent. So that helps you out versus stall. To help you out versus offense, we add here Rock Polish. Now Rock Polish is really good versus offense because, you know, offensive teams, they're frail, they don't like to switch in on Terrakion. Rock Polish makes you fast, and then you just spam attack after attack, so that's really good versus offense here. So this one Pokemon can help you out, help your team out a lot. Plus, because you have momentum with these Pokemon, you have a lot of momentum here so that you can bring in Terrakion much easier than otherwise. So that's why we have this thing. So we're gonna go here with the Jolly Nature. Oh, almost forgot Light Metal on Scizor, in order to, of course, you know, switch in on Weavile, Low Kick and stuff before the Mega, which you'll of course Mega and get Technician, but it's just good on the initial switch in. Terrakion here, which is max attack, max speed, and 4 defense, I guess. Should be fine. And yeah, this will really help you out versus stall versus offense, like you said. And Scizor, of course, gets rid of the threats that you had before. It just patches up a lot of those different types of those fairy threats and stuff like that, I guess. I mean, Heatran isn't really the best versus Gardevoir or Alakazam or even Kyurem Black, so Scizor can really help you out there. And the final Pokemon I wanted to add for this team, just to seal up any sort of weaknesses or patch up any weaknesses we had, also help you out versus offense, and I guess sometimes also stall, is Talonflame. And we have here a Talonflame, no item Talonflame, Gale Wings, power up the acrobatics here with no item. and just go with Roost, Bulk, Will-O-Wisp, and then Bulk Up. And this is a really fun set to use. You know, burn stuff, set up Bulk Up over things. Very solid. Pretty decent on VoltTurn teams because of the fact that you bring this thing in and you can just burn stuff, and it's always nice to because you have a reliable defog. Scissors are it's a pretty reliable defogger, if I do say so myself, and that's always good with Talonflame here. Getting rid of hazards on your own side is important because you'll be switching around a lot. So we have your Spadef Talonflame, so 248, 252, and let's give it 8 speed. Actually, you know what? Let's make this thing a little faster than other Talonflames, so we don't have to worry about speed ties. Careful nature. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, cool. This should work out pretty well, I think. Should be good. And that's pretty much the team. Now, when I looked at this team, when I looked at this team, I realized, okay, I'm kind of weak to, or we're still kind of weak to stuff like electric types like Thundurus or Mega Mane or Raikou and stuff like that, because Rotom can't really deal with those Pokemon too well. So an idea struck me, and I realized that what we could do to patch up that weakness and make this a little bit more offensive on this side, I guess, sort of, is add here a Lanturn. Now you'd probably think, okay, Lanturn, you'd probably think it's a more defensive Pokemon than Rotom, but not the way I'm making it. So we're gonna go leftovers here. Still not convinced, of course, but we'll see. Volt Switch, Scald, Ice Beam, and Heal Bell. I got a really nice and complex spread here. 56 HP to hit 405. 216 defense, which is solid. Takes hits better from flying type attacks. 68 Spadef, good to take HP Ice and stuff like that a lot. I mean, you'll take that anyways, but it's just pretty solid. Dump the rest into special attack here. Give it a modest nature. And there you have a perfect Pokemon that can deal with the likes of Mega Mane, Thundurus, Raikou, and can also be a bird check as well. And you also have Atlando as a bird check as well here. And there we go. That's pretty much that. So looking at this team, it looks a lot more solid than it was before. And you should not have too many problems versus stalling offense anymore. And I think I like this. I like this a lot. And the Choice Specs Whimsicott I've been playing around with has been really taking on a lot of different Pokemon. People think they can switch in Orlando on this, and it just gets destroyed by a Moonblast. So that's always fun. And the switcheroo is really nice to throw off your opponents as well, especially like Combine Clef or something, or I don't know, like just in general it's really good. And you still have, you know, momentum with U-turn here, Volt Switch here, U-turn here, and then Orlando, which people probably will think it as U-turn, but you just hit stuff up with Toxic. Helps you out versus Slowbro a lot better. Combine Mega Bro. And that's pretty much that. So I hope you enjoyed this team. Let me know what you think. It's been working out a lot for me, actually. Definitely, this team has been working out really well, and I love this team a lot. So yeah, that's going to be that. So on to team number 7. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. I always get worried that I missed something because I always find at least one person says, oh, you forgot this or forgot that, which is perfectly fine, but I just want to make sure that I've done a good job. So yeah, this looks good. Okay, so anyways, on to team number 7. Here we go. Okay, team number 7 we got here from Narwhal's Go Meow. Alright, cool. Nidoking. Right off the bat I see a Nidoking here, and I like it. Very cool Pokemon indeed. Very powerful with the Sheer Force, Life Orb. It's really cool, really cool. Hoopa Unbound. Okay, so I think this team was probably made, I mean, it was obviously created when Hoopa was still around, so we're gonna have to change that. He did say he wanted me to keep Nidoking and Hoopa. So I have a way around that, which I'll explain once we get once we get deeper into the team. But okay, so we also have here a Diancie, Mega Diancie here, pretty standard set. Celebi, which is Stealth Rocks. Okay, cool. Skarmory, which is his Defogger, and it has Counter, pretty nice. And finally a Talonflame, which is SD, Acro, and stuff like that. Okay, so some threats that I can see for sure. Mega Manectric is a threat. I mean, Hoopa Unbound was your only threat to that, or only check to that, I guess. But Mega Mane can be a pretty big threat to your team. Heatran is a pretty big threat as well. I mean, you have Earth Power Diancie, but I don't know how reliable that is on switching into Heatrans and stuff. Heatran can be a potential threat to you. You don't have a lot of switchings to that. Charizard X is a really big threat to your team. I guess like fire types in general, maybe. Despite you having like a Diancie, but like it doesn't have recovery or anything, which could be a problem. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Like I said, I had a plan in mind. We're gonna keep Nidoking for sure, just the way it is, no changes necessary. Instead of using Hoopa Unbound, let's actually just use regular Hoopa. So in that sense, we get to keep the whole thing that you wanted with Nidoking and Hoopa. So we're gonna run here a Choice Specs Hoopa. Choice Specs with, it just hits so hard. I've been trying it out. I don't even, like, this is not even an official set on like the wherever you get sets from on Smogon and stuff. But this is a really cool set. Psyshock, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, great coverage. This thing will hit like a truck, and decent speed as well. Timid Nature, I guess, is pretty nice since we have Choice Specs anyways to boost the special attack. All these moves are gonna hit really hard, and I think we'll just add 4 Spadef here. It has a lot of Spadef actually, so it can take special attacks pretty decently, and it can fire off, you know, some powerful moves. So I think we're just gonna keep Nidoking and Hoopa here. Let's get rid of some of the threats that I said that we had. I think what we can do is probably add here. Well, you'll need something for Volcanion. Because this team was made during the Hoopa era and not Volcanion meta, you'll need something for Volcanion, definitely 100%. So I think what we can do is, instead of Diancie, let's go with a Mega Gyarados, and I'm actually going to give you a Mega Gyarados that is a solid switch into to Volcanion. So we're going to go with Waterfall here, Waterfall, and because you're because you're a Mold Breaker Gyarados, well, pre-Mega will give you like Intimidate. I mean, that's probably what it is initially, but because you're a Mold Breaker when you Mega Evolve, it's good to run Mono Waterfall, the set that I'm going to give you, so you'll see. So Dragon Dance, Sleep Talk, and Rest. Really fun set. I think I used this one set on the last Pimp My Squad, I'm pretty sure, for one of the teams, but this is a solid set, especially in this meta. Really good. 64 defense here, 176 Spadef, 20 speed. So the 20 speed here is in order for you after 2 Dragon Dances to outrun Mega Lopunny, Mega Mane, and stuff like that. So Careful Nature. Look at this Spadef here. Look at this Spadef. Tell me that Volcanion is not going to have trouble versus this set right here, because when you Mega Evolve and you get Mold Breaker, you break through the Water Absorb that Volcanion has, and you hit it with neutral waterfalls, which is genius. That's what I like to see. Alright. That is what I like. Alright, so we got here a Gyarados, which is perfect for that sense to deal with Volcanion, and yeah, that's what we got here. So next thing we need a Pokemon that can, I guess, let's see. So like I said, better Manectric check. Let's get rid of these 3. I think we can just make the team better overall by adding a Hippowdon for some rocks. So rocks Hippowdon here will be really solid in order to check electric types, like I said, plus because a lot of these electric types, like Nidoking, can't really deal with them because they have HP Ice. Nidoking can't deal with those too well. Can't really switch in on them either because they'll probably get predicted with like an HP Ice or something. So Earthquake here, Stone Edge, and Slack Off. Pretty standard set. Just gonna go with max HP, 144 defense, and 112. Okay, Impish. So solid set here. Good check to electric type Pokemon, like I said. And I think now what we need is a Pokemon that can deal with, I guess, stuff like Manaphy, sort of. Maybe an Azu check would be nice. So let's add a Ferrothorn. I think Ferrothorn would be pretty cool here. So if we add a Ferrothorn, we pretty much just run. I think Chople Berry is good here. We can run a set that is like, we want to run, like, we could run Iron Head, we could run Power Whip, Thunder Wave, which would be really good because we can para stuff for Nidoking to be faster, for Hoopa to be faster than, because I mean these are mediocre speed Pokemon which are outrun easily by a lot of faster threats, so paralyzing those would be nice, which is why I'm running Iron Head instead of Gyro Ball. If you run T-Wave, please don't run Gyro Ball because that's just bad. And Leech Seed here with 252, 88, 168. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and Relax Nature. And that's pretty much that. A nice Ferrothorn here in order to help us check other water types. So Gyarados, Ferrothorn, water checks, very nice. And the last Pokemon I want to add here is a Togekiss, I think is fine, for defogging. I think Togekiss just seals up all the weaknesses we have, helps us versus other Dragon-type Pokemon. Ferrothorn and Togekiss make the Dragon checks. We have here a set with Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet, of course, because we don't have one yet. We gotta have a Rocky Helmet. It's not a Pimp team without a Rocky Helmet. Almost always not. Alright, so Serene Grace here with Air Slash. Let's make this a more, because we have T-Wave, let's make this let's not give this T-Wave. Let's give this Nasty Plot. Let's give this Nasty Plot, Defog, and Roost. Roost. Okay. With a spread that consists of a speed that hits 180, but I want to run Timid, so that will allow us to outrun, you know, Brillooms. I guess also kind of Rocky Helmet Chomps if they set their speed at 264, Bisharps, and just Air Slash those things to flinch them to death after a Nasty Plot, so that'd be pretty fun. Rest will just dump in defense, and that should be good. So, team's looking already more solid right now. I kept your Nidoking, I kept Hoopa, regular Hoopa, which still, I mean, it still works pretty well. This Gyarados set is amazing. This Gyarados set is really fun to use. And Mold Breaker just breaks through all the water absorb Pokemon, so that's why it's so much fun to run Mono Waterfall here. And, you know, Nidoking and Hoopa can help you break through stuff like Ferrothorn, which otherwise wall this thing. Also helps you break through Rotom Wash, because Sludge Wave just does so much of that. Hoopa can nuke a Rotom Wash with like a Shadow Ball or something. And, that's pretty much that. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Volt Switch from Rotom Wash does like 25% of this thing. So you can even set up on Rotom Wash with Gyarados here. I'm pretty sure it does literally like 25% in Mega form. So that's pretty much what the team is. So hope you like this team, and it's been working out well for me. Hope it works well for you. On to team number, what are we on right now? Number 8? Yeah, we're on number 8. We're almost done with this. Not even bad. I already feel like I'm losing my voice here, but just non-stop talking. Alright, here we go. On to team number 8. Let's get it. Okay, team number 8 we got from Mydra24. Sorry if I say your names wrong, by the way. I'm trying my best. But we got here a Hawlucha team. Hawlucha, which I've not seen in a while, but we're gonna actually change this to max speed and just swap the EVs around there real quick. Perfect. Okay, Hawlucha. We have here a Garchomp. So standard Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rocks Chomp, pretty nice. A Venusaur here, Mega Venusaur, Talonflame, Starmie, which is Scald, Defensive Starmie, and a Weavile. Okay. Immediately right off the bat. Well, you told me that you want to be less weak to Kyurem Black, so we're gonna obviously make sure that you're a lot less weak to Kyurem Black here. Volcanion's a pretty big threat to your team, of course. You know, like I said, probably a lot of these teams were made before the Volcanion meta. Starmie with just Scald by itself can't deal with Volcanion, so we're gonna have to have a Volcanion check, or slash, yeah, pretty much a check, because Volcanion is just a hard Pokemon to deal with sometimes. Charizard X is a pretty big threat to your team. Torn-T, Alakazam, Mega. Kind of lacking a Draco. You're lacking a Draco switch in. Weavile is pretty much your only Dragon check there, which is not really that reliable. So, you know, having we're gonna add something for that. And, you know, since Garchomp gets worn down pretty quickly, since you are, of course, a Stealth Rocking set, and Talonflame could be pretty troublesome, especially like Wisp Talonflame can be really an issue for your team. So we'll definitely help you out with that. Let's keep Hawlucha here. I want to definitely keep Hawlucha. I also want to keep Garchomp. I like Garchomp here. I just want to change the EV spread here, make it a little bit more defensive. I want to use the one spread that I love using, which is just a much bulkier set here, 32 attack. Did there, okay, and then the rest defense. Oops, not really, because we have to run max HP, and the rest of defense here. So it's like a nice little EV creep right there, and Impish Nature, which is, we'll keep that the same, and we'll keep the moves the same as well. I like Fire Blast on this team; it's pretty reliable. So let's keep this for now. So we have a lot of threats we got to patch up here. We'll keep Hawlucha because you requested it. Look at that shiny Hawlucha. It looks nice, doesn't it? You can change it back if you want, but I'm keeping it like this. You can't stop me. Alright. Yeah. So we have here, okay, so let's add something for the Dragon types. Let's add some good, a good Volcanion switch in, and a decent Volcanion switch in, and some stuff for dragon type Pokemon. So let's just add here a Jirachi, or actually let's change the Mega to an Altaria first. Altaria, which can help you deal with at least help you check Volcanion pretty decently. Let's see, I think I just want to go with a support set maybe. Pre-Mega Natural Cure I guess is fine. Or actually, you know, we could, yeah, Natural Cure is fine. With Hyper Voice, Flamethrower. I'm still like a little bit on the fence about the Altaria set specifically. This one has been working out fine, but I'm sure there could be other better Altaria sets, but I think Mega Altaria overall is just perfect for this slot here. Overall, it's just good for this slot. So 100 and 156. So it's a more defensive set, but it's bulky and it's pretty solid overall to deal with a variety of threats in the tier. Heal Bell will help you out really nicely to help you recover your whatever status you have. And we can add a nice Wish. So we have Heal Bell. Let's add a nice Wish Protect Pokemon. So to make you less weak to Cure in Black, a nice defensive Rachi will help you out with that. So that leftovers here: Iron Head, Body Slam, and Wish Protect. It's a solid Kyurem check. I mean, a lot of teams have trouble with Kyurem. Kyurem's just one of those kinds of Pokemon that, you know, it does a lot of work. So it's sometimes tricky to find a certain Pokemon that can deal with it perfectly, but Jirachi here can definitely put in work, the work that you need to deal with it. So 32. And Careful Nature, of course. And that's a pretty solid set right there. Pretty standard Wish Protect Rachi set we got going on here. Now, here's what I think we should do, right? Because I said we were weak to certain Pokemon like Jirachi can help you check Torn now. It can help you with help you with a lot of Pokemon to deal with, and Altaria can sort of check Charizard. If you want, you can run like a more offensive Altaria if you want. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I think what we can do now is add a Volcanion. A Volcanion of our own will be really good for this team, I feel, since can really help you out a lot just to hit stuff really hard. This team is looking like the kind of team that would appreciate a Volcanion just to punch through stuff like Clef, which Hawlucha doesn't like, as well as Sableye and stuff like that. And Volcanion is just a great Pokemon to deal with those two things. Choice Specs with Water Absorb, of course, and Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Hidden Power, Grass, and Sludge Wave. No, Sludge, yeah, there we go, Sludge Wave. With, just max, and I guess 4 defense is fine. Modest Nature, and there we go, we have a nice Volcanion right there. Now we, of course, need some hazard control, so a Defogger would be much appreciated, and that we can have a Skarmory for. So Skarmory here will help us out with that. I kind of just want to run, of course, Sturdy, with a Brave Bird, Whirlwind, Defog, and Roost. So we have a nice Spadef Rachi. Now we have a nice physically defensive Skarm. So 248, 252, and I guess 8 speed is fine here. With Impish Nature, I'm thinking Shed Shell is good here just to avoid getting trapped by Skarm. Oh, sorry, not Skarm, Magnezone. Like, we have a Garchomp and Hawlucha for that. Magnezone can kind of be an issue, but we have a Wish Jirachi, and Magnezone can't really beat Wish Jirachi if we Body Slam, or if we we have attack, we have a Wish Protect, and this has a really good Spadef, so we also have a Garchomp and a Hawlucha, like I said, and Altaria with Flamethrower, so we can't switch into that. I think this is nice. This is pretty nice overall. It definitely makes the team a lot better than it was before, and it gives you switch-ins to stuff like the Dragon types that I said. You're less weak to Volcanion with Altaria, plus Volcanion can also kind of be a Volcanion check in certain situations if they're locked into like Steam Eruption or Fire Blast. And Jirachi can help you with like I said, Mecha Alakazam, Torn, and Altaria can sort of help versus Charizard X, as can this more defensive Garchomp spread here. And Hawlucha is always nice to try to get the sweep with. So, like I said, I mean, the only thing that I can recommend, or not recommend, but offer is feel free to experiment with the Altaria set and try out other stuff if you want, like other different types of Altaria sets. There are like a more special attacking variant, even like a Dragon Dance Facade set could work. It's whatever you want. It's honestly like this team is looking really good right now. So at least I've been winning a lot of games with this team. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. And I think we are good. I don't see anything else we need to add. I think we are fine. Good to go. Looks good. It looks good. And on to team number 9. We got 2 more left. Here we go. Alright, so team number 9, we got a team here from Alakazam 428. Think outside that box. We got here Mega Alakazam with Psychic, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Sub. Very nice. Sub is really cool because you can actually sub up behind Sucker Punches and stuff like that. Also avoid status, which is pretty nice. Also have here a Wish Sylveon, which is cool. I don't know how I feel about Baton Pass because while you might be helping your team a lot better, you're not helping yourself a lot. So Protect here is going to be great for the Sylveon. Heatran, pretty cool. Choice Scarf set. Oh, sorry, let me look at it like this. Gliscor here, which is a Stealth Rocking Gliscor, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, and I'll tell you why I don't know how I feel about this set. Because of the fact that just Gliscor, even in general for this team, you have a Heal Beller on this team, a Sylveon, and that can really kind of mess up with your whole Toxic Orb Poison thing going on here because of the fact that Gliscor is prone to getting knocked off. If you get knocked off, you know, you keep your poison still, but if you Heal Bell, you're never going to get back your poison again. Similarly, if you still have your Toxic Orb and you Heal Bell, that just means your Gliscor has a chance of getting status all over again because you have to switch in and then your status has to activate with the Toxic Orb. So in that sense, you know, not really worth having those two together, so we'll probably change that. Scarf Heatran, which is cool. Starmie, which is your Rapid Spinner, and Conkeldurr. Okay, cool. So some threats that I do see right off the bat. I do see a lot of threats from Water-type Pokemon. In particular, Azu, Volcanion is a pretty big threat because your only check is a Life Orb Starmie to both of those things. I guess underrated water types like Feraligatr, Crawdont, Gyarados, Mega Swampert. Pretty big threats. Water types in general. Combine Raikou. Combine Raikou can be a threat as well. I can see. And as well as Mega Pinsir, Breloom. Yeah, we'll definitely fix this team up for you nice and good. So we'll keep Alakazam. I mean, your name's Alakazam, so we're keeping Alakazam. We'll keep Sylveon as well. I like Sylveon a lot for this team. I think what I want to do is just change the EV spread a little bit, give you a little bit more Spadef, just to take hits from Ice Beam and Hydro Pump and stuff better. Just attacks in general. This should be good. With of course Protect. Instead of Gliscor, we can pretty much give you a Hippowdon here. Because like I said, you know, the conflict between Sylveon and Gliscor is not that good. Hippowdon will be good for you because it pretty much kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Like once again, it just has, I mean, it gives you rocks, right? And it also checks Mega Pinsir a lot better than Gliscor, which I mean it has Toxic, so so Pinsir can actually just set up SD over you since you're mono attacking Earthquake. Plus, I mean, you get walled by Gengar, and Hippo can actually check Gengar pretty well with Stone Edge. So you're killing some birds with some stones right there. Not bad. Slack off. And yeah, max HP 144 and 112. Impish. I like how that pun just kill 2 birds with 1 stone fits perfectly because you're running Stealth Rocks too. I didn't even think about that till now. Not even bad. Alright, well, this is looking nice. You know, Alakazam, Sylveon, Hippo looks pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. For sure. You can go ahead and re-nickname that Pokemon if you want. I'm not going to do that for you. But I think what we can do now is add a Defogger that's probably a little bit better. It can check water types better. For example, you know, it can check Gyarados better. It can check kind of check Azu, sort of. A great Mega Pinsir check that is a Defogger that can do all those things is Zapdos. Very unique Pokemon. Well, sort of. You don't see it too often. Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Roost, no, Defog, and then Roost. Yeah, gotta order it perfectly. Alright, so 248 HP, 176, 68, and 16. Bold Nature here. Where's Bold? There you are. So great Defogger. You know, it's a good way to like deal with Scizor as well. Scizor is a pretty big threat to your team, so having a Zapdos is great for that. And you know, can check Pinsir like I said, Gyarados, You can check Azu with that nice Rocky Helmet defensive set. That is what I like to see. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to add you a Pokemon that can help you deal with the Volcanion. Like I said, the Volcanion is a big threat to your team. What I want to do is give you a Pokemon that can actually check Volcanion. Not only Volcanion, but also Keldeo, also Charizard X, Charizard Y. And that Pokemon is actually Gyarados. And the set that I'm going to give you is it's not like the same Mega set. It's similar, but not the same. And the set that I'm going to give you here is a leftovers regular Gyarados with so let me actually show you what the original set is first, and I'll show you an edit, and I'll explain why I made it this way. The original set that I use is this. So Thunder Wave, Rest, Sleep Talk. This is what I used before the Volcanion meta, and I gave it 248, 104. So it's a really good defense. 156 with Careful. This set here basically eats up Keldeo hits really well. Can check Zard X and Y with T-Wave and eats up attacks from them. Now, because of the fact this is not Mega Gyarados like the last team that I showed you with Mega Gyarados being able to have Mold Breaker and Waterfall Volcanions and stuff, this can't touch Volcanion, so we have to change this right now. And the way I wanted to change this was to still give it Rest. We have a Cleric in Sylveon, which can Heal Bell your Rests if you want, and we'll give it Earthquake. So Earthquake actually helps you out a lot more versus Volcanion, helps you better versus Charizard X as well. And Thunder Wave, we'll keep Thunder Wave the same because that thing just is so useful to cripple Pokemon, faster threats and stuff like that. So, and Earthquake of course hits electric types better, excluding Rotom Wash of course, excluding Rotom Wash. But yeah, this is pretty solid. And like I said, it deals with a variety of things. Like a lot of the water types, like I said, even Mega Swampert, it can sort of check that as well. Since I mean, it resists the Waterfall, immune to Earthquake. Ice Punch will not be doing much at all either. And I mean, T-Wave is just great versus like I said, faster water type threats and just faster Pokemon in general. So that's why we have a Gyarados here. I think the last Pokemon I wanted to add a Pokemon that was kind of sort of a superior check. I think I wanted to add a superior check to this team. And I think the way we can do that is by adding a Jirachi. So Jirachi here, I was a little bit on the fence about what set I wanted to use for this slot. Because, I mean, like, a lot of the Jirachi sets I was trying out was putting in the work that I wanted. So I wasn't really leaning towards one over the other. I'll leave a couple options in the paste bin for what you should, or what you might want to use. The ones that I tried out were a sub-toxic Jirachi set with Fire Punch and Iron Head. Another one was Choice Scarf. So I figured, I mean, Choice Scarf is pretty nice. We don't have a Choice Scarf for this team yet. So it could be pretty fun to run a Choice Scarf set. At the same time, I mean, like, each one has its own benefits. Like, Choice Scarf set can better take on Superior and stuff like that, and it's easier to flinch stuff down. While at the same time, a sub-toxic set can help you beat Rotom Wash a lot better, because your only ways of beating Rotom Wash are through Sylveon and Alakazam, pretty much. And I guess, yeah, pretty much just those two Pokemon right there. So a Toxic can really wear down different Pokemon. And it doesn't really collide with T-Wave too much because you're trying to Toxic stuff like, I guess, like, yeah, pretty much Rotom Wash, like I said, and other electric type Pokemon that can really be trouble for Gyarados, I guess. But for now, I mean, I'll leave Choice Scarf set on here, and I'll leave some options in the paste bin of this team of what you might want to try. I think we can just run Iron Head here. I want to run U-Turn for sure. The last two coverage moves, I mean, we could run like Heart Stamp Fire Punch or Ice Punch Fire Punch. We have an Alakazam here, so I mean, I kind of just want to run a set with, I guess, Heart Stamp maybe. Heart Stamp maybe. I kind of like Ice Punch. Where are you? Ice Punch and Fire Punch would be pretty fun. I feel because it can hit like Landos and stuff. And then Fire Punch hits like Ferrothorn and Scizor and stuff like that. Though we kind of have a Zapdos for a Scizor check, so maybe we'll just, you know what we'll do? We'll just run Heart Stamp and Ice Punch. I like that. Because Heart Stamp is just so useful to flinch down stuff like Manaphy and things like that. Iron Head Heart Stamp is just great, great together. Really good together. Max 4. Jolly. And that is the team. So, of course, you know, in the paste bin I'll leave like a little description of the team. Maybe some other ideas you could try out and stuff like that, but I think for now this is really good. So yeah, I hope you like this team. It looks a lot better, a lot more solid overall. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. And we got the Rocky helmet on deck there, which is awesome. Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun team. So try this out. Plus, I mean, you don't have to worry about this thing getting whittled down, getting glared or anything, because you have a Sylveon here that has Heal Bell, Wish, Protect. That's also why I'm not running Healing Wish, because I have a Sylveon that can do all of that pretty much. So that's that. So on to team number 10, which is the last team. We are on finally team number 10. I already feel my voice like so strained right now. I gotta get through this. Alright, so yeah, on to team number 10. Here we go. Alright, so team number 10, we got here from Flyman88. We got here a Magnezone. Okay, so this is an interesting Magnezone set. We got here HP Ice, Magic Coat, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt with weakness policy sturdy. Interesting. Okay. Mega T-Tar, which is a Dragon Dance set. So this is the one Pokemon he wanted to keep on his team, I guess. It's the one Pokemon he said he built this team around. So we're gonna keep this thing. So let's move it to the top. Excadrill, which doesn't appear to have EVs. I think the Pastebin might have not had it, but we're just gonna add some random EVs real quick. Jolly, I guess. We have this Drill. Okay, so Excadrill, which is your Rapid Spinner. Abuse the Sandstorm, which is cool. Jellicent, which is unique. You don't see it too often. Very cool. Superior and a Tornadus. Okay, so as you said, it was difficult for you to set hazards when your only sort of hazard setter is bouncing back stuff with Magic Coat Magnezone. So I'm here to help you out. We're gonna add some Stealth Rocks for this team. Some threats that I do see are opposing Excadrill. Opposing Excadrill are a really big threat. Garchomps, Mega Sableye, Lando T, Mega Lopunny. Bisharp can be a pretty big threat, although you do have a Tyranitar to kind of check it. I could keep going. I mean, there's some threats here, but we'll definitely pimp the squad into something amazing. This is the last squad here, so we're gonna make it nice. We're gonna make it nice. Alright, so keeping T-Tar, keeping Drill, keeping Torn. I want to keep Torn as well. I like that. Alright, so these three, let's keep together. Birds of a feather, stick together. I want to change this Drill set though. Let's make this Air Balloon. I think Air Balloon would be pretty fun. Sandrush we keep the same. Maybe like an Adamant Nature or something would be fun. With same moves. Like SD though. Swords Dance. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty fun. And we could, yeah, let's keep Torn for now. Magnezone, let's change into a Stealth Rocker. Let's make it a Garchomp. I think Garchomp will be fine in this slot here. And this Garchomp can have pretty much what I had before, a Rocky Helmet Chomp. Rocky Helmet with Rough Skin. And we keep here a Earthquake. Dragon Tail. Stealth Rock for sure, 100% Stealth Rock for sure. This last slot, this last slot is tricky. I think what we could do is run either Swords Dance or Toxic. Either Swords Dance or Toxic. Now let's go with SD. Let's go Sword Dance. I like Sword Dance so much. Alright, let's do it. Max HP 32, 216, and 216, and 8. Impish Nature. Very solid Garchomp set for sure. I like it. It gives you rocks. It helps you deal with the threats that I said, like Bisharp, Lopunny. Can help you check Drill. Solid versus Lando T, setting up an SD over them and Dragon Tailing, I guess, if you have to. I think it's pretty good. I mean, you could also run Toxic too. Like, there's so many options. Like the squads that I make, the lower squads, they have like other options you can choose to run like different moves on. It's up to you to try them out though. Okay, so this is good. Now what I want to do is well, basically, right, Jellicent is a great Pokemon to switch into a Volcanion. The only problem is that it can't touch Volcanion. So what we gotta do is change this into a Volcanion. So if you can't beat him, join him. Volcanion. Choice Specs. With Choice Specs is just the best set right now. Definitely one of the best sets. It just hits the hardest, puts in the most work, makes it a very tough switch in. Hidden Power Grass is fine. I like this moveset a lot. Especially, I mean, we don't even need to run Earth Power because we have like a lot of ground moves on this team. Well, 2. And yeah, this is solid. We just run this with Modest Nature. Modest. Max, and 4 defense. Should be fine. Yeah, we got this. Got this nicely. And now I just want to give you a better Azu check. I mean, Volcanion can check Azu pretty nicely. Superior is cool and all that, but I want to add here a Roserade, just to make this team pretty fresh looking. I think Roserade is really nice for this team as well, just because of the fact that with Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb is really good. Helps you versus Clef and stuff. I mean, the Volcanion can just destroy it plus Drill, but Roserade is just a great Pokemon to help you. It helps a lot versus, well, yeah, pretty much Azu. Gives you a better player of Switch-In because Volcanion is not a player of Switch-In, despite it being resistant to Play Rough and of course immune to Waterfall. This thing will not take a Superpower well, will not take a Knockoff well, will not take a Banded Play Rough well at all with this offensive set. I mean, maybe it'll take it better if you run like max HP, max defense, but that's not what we're about. That's not what we're about for this team. This Roserade here that I'm gonna give you is the same Roserade from the Stunfisk team that I use. It's a really good set. It's so good. Black Sludge, the EV spread that I'm giving you will allow you to eat up hits from Banded Azu, take on Aqua Jet pretty well from +6 Belly Drum Azu. Oko that back with like a Leaf Storm, 100, and then Timid Nature here. So Timid allows you to outrun, you know, Breloom, Bisharp, stuff like that. Pretty standard speed for that kind of thing. And you know, HP Fire will allow you to hit stuff like Ferrothorn, Scizor, and stuff while they're in. And it's just a great way to patch this team up. And I think this team was looking really nicely. They're looking really well. I think we're a little bit weak to SD Gliscors, maybe. So in order to combat that, let's just revert back to the old set from what I showed before, which was what was it, like 16 HP? I mean, I guess we could keep the same spread, doesn't matter too much. Yeah, no, let's change it. I like more special attack on this Torn. It plays so much better. So like we have this with a I guess Hasty's fine. If we're gonna run Heat Wave, yeah, let's just run the same set here. I think HP Ice is good. U-turn, knockoff maybe. See, the thing is, yeah, I guess this is fine. I mean, Bisharp, like we could run Superpower to hit stuff like T-Tar and Bisharp and things like that and Kyurem. Let's do it. Yeah, this is nice. Knockoff is pretty cool versus Gengar and stuff, but I mean, versus Gengar we have, I guess only a Drill. I mean, like Hurricane, like Tornadus can still eat up Gengar pretty well and 2-hit KO with Hurricane, so that's always nice. HP Ice is just great for Gliscors. U-turn is good for momentum, always should have U-turn, is really nice. The last move is up to you. You can run Superpower, you can run Knockoff, you can run Heat Wave. I like Superpower. I mean, it's always nice to just throw a Superpower off on a Bisharp expecting it to switch, but it's up to you. I think this team is solid though, really solid team, and I hope it works a lot better for you. It should definitely work a lot better for you now. I've been trying this team out and I've been just winning games back to back to back, so definitely fun. And Air Balloon Adamant is really cool as well, since it just hits really hard. You can bring it in on other drills too, because you have your Air Balloon. You can even run Jolly as well, that should be fine, but I think this team is looking great. All the squads have been pimped. Let me go ahead here and say completed. Let me just double check and make sure everything is good. I think we're good to go. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. So that is gonna be it. Let me actually just go back here to here and just position this perfectly. And that is gonna be it for this Pimp My Squad episode number 6. All 10 teams have been completed. I have tested them all out. The final products, as you can see right here in front of your eyes on the highlighter, they've been working out well for me, winning games. I wouldn't really feature a final team unless it has been putting in work. And all these teams have been putting in work for me, so hopefully they will put in that work for you as you want to see it. So all the 10 teams pastebins will be down below for you all to try out. Just grab them if you want. Feel free to test them out yourself. Let me know what you guys think, any comments, concerns, or anything. If I missed anything, let me know. Always appreciate your support. Really always look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. And once again, leave your pastebin down below. If you have any submission you want me to take a look at, feel free to leave it down below. And that's all I got to say for this. I mean, I think this episode went really well. It took a little while, but it definitely was worth it for both me and for definitely for you guys, because you got 10 teams for you all to try out. And keep suggesting, and don't feel discouraged if I haven't used yours yet, because the series keeps going on and on the more you guys want it. And I mean, it already seems like it's a very popular series, so feel free to try it out. 10 squads in the Volcanion meta, except well, I guess 9, since the RU squad's not in Volcanion meta. It's RU tier, it's lower tier. So yeah, that's all I got here. I don't know what else to say other than hope you all have a great day, or I don't know what time zone you're in, but yeah, hope you have a great day and night, etc. And see you guys on the next one. Peace.